And welcome back to my channel. My name is Lawrencia and this is Bantz with Lawrencia. How are you all doing? I hope you're doing great. So for today's episode, I want to talk about a series that I've been binging on, which is Married at First Sight UK. Now, I want to talk about this thing because the dating scene today, like if you're single and if you're even married and you have a single friend that you're trying to matchmake with somebody else, you may like to watch this. You may want to see this. I think one of the eye-openers watching this is regardless of how you think you know what you want. Let's say somebody asks you, what do you want in a man? And you'll be like, I want tall, dark, handsome, God-fearing, loving, hardworking. And then this person goes and look for tall, dark, handsome, God-fearing, loving and hardworking guy and present that guy to you. Now, one of the things is you may not be attracted to this person. Yeah, the person is tall, dark, and handsome, but maybe the chemistry is not there, and certain things you cannot force. So there are so many different couples. I don't even want to mention their names, but I find it kind of gives you an insight on relationship dynamics. It kind of gives you an insight on the best matchmakers can bring the two good people together and still have friction between these two people. Not because they were not matched, not because they are not good people, but just because these are two different people with different backgrounds, wanting different things. My definition of God-fearing might be different from your definition of God-fearing. Maybe I want a God-fearing man. Not really a pastor, but maybe I want somebody who is spiritual, who can, hold my hands and pray at night before going to bed. Don't stress me in the morning, just pray at night. Maybe that's my definition of God-fearing. And somebody else interpreting that as, oh, she must want somebody who is very religious and somebody who possibly is a pastor. So they package a pastor and they bring a pastor to you. This is what you asked for, but is it too much? Sometimes it is. So one of the couple, the guy is about 50. He said he's never been in love. The lady in her 40s, she's been married twice. She has kids. So the guy is really smitten. He was even saying that there's a possibility that he can fall in love with her. Looking from the outside or judging from from what she specifically wants, that is everything she wants. She wants somebody to love her. She wants somebody to be there for her. She wants somebody to care for her. But she's cringe. I don't want to be anybody's first. I don't want to be anybody's all and all. She's been married twice. She has children. There are so many things that she has done. She's been in love. She's gotten married. She has children. And he has not done any of those things. She was there's so many firsts here that the pressure on her may be too much for her to handle, and she was like, oh, this is just going to be too much. Now this is a dynamic of somebody getting everything that she wants, but is afraid of taking on the challenge of actually being vulnerable. I mean, I get it. The other couple, she is Miss UK or something. I can't remember what she won. She's beautiful. She is beauty queen kind of package. Then the guy is in his 40s. He's been married. He has 4 kids. And during the wedding, she realized that this guy has been married. He has 4 children. She literally panicked. She freaked out. She was like, how am I going to handle 4 children? She's not been married. She doesn't have children. So it was kind of a challenge for her to take on. And he also has his own insecurities because according to him, he was married before. He's been cheated on. And basically a beauty queen is standing in front of him as his wife, and all those insecurities are creeping back in because he's thinking, would she be faithful? This beautiful specimen in front of me, how can she be faithful to me, that has been married and has 4 children? How is that going to work? So sometimes regardless of how you want to see two perfect people come together, their insecurities might drive a wedge in between them. Like, it's interesting. I'll be like getting my popcorn every, episode and just enjoying the whole thing. Then there is a Ghanaian, and I think she's Jamaican, but I don't know. But the guy is Ghanaian. He's Kwame. He's in his 40s, I think 42. He's been married before, and the lady is 37, and she has not been married. She was just like, I need somebody, I need to start a family and all that. These are two beautiful people, like Beyonce and Jay-Z kind of level, if they actually work together. So let me just start with the lady. She was smitten. She was attracted to him. She just wanted boom, boom, boom. Let's go together. Let's get under the sheets. Let's get this done, when a lady is attracted to a man, like, forget it. She would risk it all, whether on camera or not. And she was ready to go there. But the guy, I think he knew like that it wasn't going to go anywhere. So he was like holding that intimacy card up to his chest. He was saying, let's just get to know each other, properly before we, get under the sheets. We don't have to do this. That he would like to take things slow, that he's a slow burner, he's this, he's that. He was just making all excuses. And she was like, let us get it done. Let us get freaky. Let us, all these things. So I think the dynamic of that one is that you can get two perfect people and the chemistry is not there. Let's say, I think the guy, she is not his type. I mean, she has like the Kim Kardashian bum. She has like the tiny waist and everything. But I think she's because she's on a plus size kind of person, he maybe go for a petite. So I think the whole thing just was like looks. She is not what he would like to go for, and that kind of puts a wedge in that relationship or that marriage, as the case may be. So there's too many dynamics in the whole thing. Then we have the gay couple. So two ladies got married. They fancied each other. The families were happy for them. One of them wore a suit, while the other one wore, a wedding dress, and it looked so beautiful. Everybody thought this is a match made in heaven. Guess the problem? She's a vegan. And he loves steak. It's so ridiculous. Like, you cannot make these things up. And that is a problem, because she is trying to get him to not to eat meat. I mean, if you're a vegan and you're married to somebody and you go out to a restaurant and that person is ordering steak, there was a scene during the honeymoon. They went out to eat and he was panicking, like he doesn't know. Maybe before he orders rare steak, but now he was like contemplating on what to order, because he doesn't, God forbid, the meat arrive and there's blood in it and she's going to panic. So he was trying to put her into consideration and ordered a medium rare. But even at that, she was kind of freaking out, like, I am vegan and somebody or my wife is literally sitting in front of me and eating meat. How is that going to work? So they had that conversation a lot. So this other guy, he is a stripper. He is in his 30s, and he is a stripper. She's also in her 30s, but she is kind of well established. She has a job. He has a job too, so it's not like he's jobless, but she works in an office, let me put it that way. She has a white collar job, and she owns a house. So when she heard that he is a stripper, she just started bawling. She was like crying that she just wants somebody to take care of her. Now that is a different thing. Let's say when they tell you, I want somebody who is caring, sometimes people think caring is emotion. Sometimes caring has to do with taking care of me financially. I think that was her own definition of, I need somebody that is caring. So she was like crying. And the mother was kind of asking him, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? So he couldn't come up with an answer. Although he fancies her, like he really likes her, he wants to like get on with the whole marriage, as this case may be, but she was holding back. She likes him, but I think she was not allowing herself to even get to know him. So I think that was kind of driving a wedge in between them, because she was like, how do I explain to my children that their father is a stripper? So he was liking her, and she was not liking him because of that factor, because she's thinking, I am established, I have a good job, I have a house, I have a steady stream of income, and I asked for somebody to take care of me, and this guy this guy does not have like a steady job. How is that going to work? So that is one other dynamic. There is this other lady. She met her guy on the altar, and she did not like him because what she listed, everything she wanted was like physical attributes. She wanted somebody with beards. She wanted tall, dark, handsome. She just listed, everything she listed was physical. And the guy, she had beards, but according to her, the beards are not full enough. And he's not tall enough, he's not dark enough. And I think she is used to having relationship with people who are maybe abusive, because he appeared to be calm, he appeared to be nice, but she said he had two sides to him. So like what we see on camera is different from what she's seeing off camera. I mean, that was one of the things that she was hammering on, but initially her problem was the fact that he is not. In fact, on the altar, she was refusing to say, to kiss the groom. Basically, she was like, she does not want this wedding to go ahead because, number one, he's short. Number two, he is not tall, dark, and handsome. So it's a very interesting dynamic to see in what people want in relationship, or how people react to what they think they want in a relationship. Like, I can relate 100%, because sometimes you think, okay, this is what I want, and then you meet the person and you're like, what the hell is that? The reason I want to talk about it is because we live in a society where I think we're going back to the olden days, where it's more of introduction. It's not like you're going back, coming in, you meet somebody on the street, because people are now married. I think then what happened is that people meet in school and then they fall in love, get married immediately. But now that there's a delayed commitment kind of thing, because people want to be established before they get into relationship or marriages, which is understandable because cost of living is way up the roof. So you need to get married to somebody who can, if you're having children, it's important that you get married to somebody that can cater for those children. Those little humans are very expensive. So people consider all these things before they get married to somebody. And I think we're trying to settle financially before you get married has brought in a different layer of delay. By the time you're ready, maybe your mate or the person you like is already married, and then you're thinking, where do I start from? What do? You go on Tinder. What do? You have family and friends who try to matchmake you with people. I think what I've learned in the whole thing is sometimes we talk about what we want, but being presented with what we asked for, our reactions are sometimes cringeworthy. Sometimes we just want to run. So let me know in the comment section, have you been introduced to somebody and what was your reaction? Let's say you just listed, somebody asked you, what is your ideal partner, or what is your ideal husband, or what is your ideal wife? And let's say you're a lady and you say you want tall, dark, handsome, caring, loving, God-fearing, and somebody presented you with all that and there was no chemistry. Would you forget about chemistry and go for the person just because this is exactly what you asked for? Or would you take because there's no chemistry and just throw the whole person away and keep searching? Or if you are somebody who you're single, you're not married, and then you meet somebody who's been married with children, will that scare you? So I think it presented a whole different dynamics in relationship in the world today, and this is why I find it interesting, because it kind of deal with issues that otherwise we wouldn't see in a normal day relationship. So thank you very much for watching today's episode. I want you to put down in the comment section if you've been introduced to somebody before. What was your reaction? Do you immediately feel that connection, or do you like cringe and be like, this is not for me? What was your reaction? I'd like to know. So thank you very much for watching today's episode. Bye bye.